Anyway, Sir Clive Sinclair, the recently knighted electronics expert, is a man more accustomed to backing scientific rather than literary projects. But a few months ago, he put an advert in the papers asking for new works of fiction with social or political significance, and he offered a first prize of £5,000. Well, this book here, Death is Part of the Process, was the novel which won this new literary award for its 68-year-old author, the artist and journalist Hilda Bernstein, and she's joined us in the studio this morning. Hilda, welcome to the programme.
Thank you.
Could you first of all tell us what the book is about?
The book deals with the change that took place in the actions of the national liberation movement in South Africa in the 1960s, which had been traditionally a non-violent movement built on the traditions of passive resistance and for the first time switched over to active acts of sabotage. And in the book, I try to explain why this took place in the form of fiction and what happened to the people who tried those early, very fumbling attempts.
Well, I know that you've been involved in that sort of campaigning for many, many years. Did you say this is a fictional work which you've written here? Was the competition therefore the catalyst which made you write down your ideas on paper?
No, it wasn't. I had actually written the book some years ago, and it had in an earlier form been rejected by a half a dozen publishers to whom I'm extremely grateful today. But when I saw the advertisement for the Sinclair Prize, I took it out and rewrote it, made it, and it gave. I think it's got relevance for today. It's brought in with what is happening in South Africa today, the sabotage of Coburg, the nuclear institution in Cape Town, and of Sasol, the oil refinery in the Transvaal, and so on.
Unusual, of course, that Clive Sinclair, or Sir Clive, should get involved in something like this. As I say, he's an electronics wizard, isn't he? We've seen his new car in the paper over the weekend. Yeah. So how did he get involved?
I don't know why, but he is a very interesting man, and his great concern, I think, in the work that he does and in his products is reaching as many people as possible to try and reach to the mass market. And the Sinclair Prize has the same aim, in a sense, that it's trying to bring about a kind of creative writing which will help people understand their world and link them up with it. It makes their world relevant to them.
Well, I know that one of the strict rules of the competition was that the identity of the author could not be revealed to the panel of judges. How did the judges themselves, in fact, react when they discovered that you were, in fact, a lady of 68?
Well, I think that they all thought it was written by a man. The assumption is that only men understand this particular area. And I think they were very surprised. Also because although I have been writing for most of my life, this was my first work of fiction to be published.
Right. Well, just a reminder of the title again. It's Death is Part of the Process. It was written by Hilda Bernstein. And congratulations on winning the £5,000.
Many thanks.
Thank you for being our guest this morning. We'll be back in a moment, OK? Join us again on Good Morning Britain.